Hello and welcome, I'm the LegendaryPokéMaster, and today I'm going to settle a score. Basically, since Pokemon began, one of the biggest rivalries has been who is better, Red or Ash, as a Pokemon trainer. So today, I will find out who would win once and for all. So without further ado, let's start. First, we're gonna look at levels, yeah! I'm going to base all of these off of the most current teams of Ash and Red, so basically I'll be pitting the Red from Heart Gold and Soul Silver against Ash from Pokemon the series XYZ. And Red from Black 2 and White 2 is weak, so I'm not including him. He is level 50 Pokemon. That is not acceptable. We obviously have definitive evidence of the levels and strength of Red's Pokemon. It's there. See it? Most of Red's Pokemon are within the level 80 range, and the types vary a lot. For example, Red has the power of Fire, Flying, Grass, Water, Ice, Normal, and Electric, and Poison types in his arsenal. He used to have Psychic types, but we don't know what happened. Most of Pokemon Red has are some of the strongest you could get in Gen 1, like all of the fully evolved starter Pokemon, Lapras, and Snorlax. Anyway, it's harder to judge Ash's team because A, the levels of Pokemon are never specifically stated because it's the anime, and B, what the heck is up with Ash's Pikachu's level? Ash's current team is Pikachu, Greninja, Talonflame, Hawlucha, and Noivern. Yeah, he's not off to a great start here. Pikachu arguably has the most experience because it's been with Ash since the beginning. Since Red's Pikachu is based off of Ash's Pikachu from the anime, we'll guesstimate that both Red's and Ash's Pikachu are about the same level, 88 as of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Unless you want to do another conspiracy theory. Yeah, I'd rather stick with the first one. As for Ash's Greninja level, Greninja evolves at level 36, and it's been 38 episodes since this evolution took place. Considering that Greninja is basically Ash's secondary Pokemon in the series XYZ, we could guess that it gained about 1 level per episode since then, which would mean it's around level 50-ish by now, I guess. Yeah, I'll go with that. However, since it probably gets a stat boost when it's Ash Greninja, we could count on it being around level 60-ish. At least when it's in Ash Greninja form. For Ash's remaining Pokemon, guess what? I actually made a formula for what their levels are. Yes. That's how much time I have on my hands. Why do you do this? I honestly don't know. I'll take Hawlucha as an example. Hawlucha was captured in episode 35 while Ash was on his way to battle with Karina. At this point in the XY games, most wild Pokemon are around level 20. So we can count on Hawlucha probably being about level 20, so I'll just put it at 20. Since then, Hawlucha has battled 19 times, and I know it feels like more, but it hasn't really been, so don't comment, hey, you're wrong. With a leveling rate of medium fast, Hawlucha probably gained about a level per episode, so with variables like battles that gain more and less experience for Hawlucha, I'll round it to about level 40 as of now. Using the same formula, we could guess that Talonflame is about level 42, and Noivern is about level 50. Yay, I have proved all along what people thought all along, that Red is more powerful, I guess. He has better leveled Pokemon by a lot. Also, I wanted to add that Ash's past Pokemon, like his Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh Pokemon, wouldn't really be any stronger, because at this point Ash is basically done with his Kalos journey, the point at which he abandoned his last Pokemon. And yes, I chose to say abandoned because basically he has never used any of them ever again. So maybe he will, but yeah. When we look at aspects other than things like level or typing, we actually see that Ash does pretty well. He usually uses the environment around him to his advantage, and he uses things like combo moves and even the weather. This gives him more of a strategic hand in the battle, and Red doesn't really use much of a strategy. He really relies on the sheer levels and stats of his Pokemon. Now let's name some accomplishments of Ash and Red. Red defeated Team Rocket. Ash was higher up in the levels in most of the leagues. Red completed the Kanto Pokédex. Ash traveled more and documented a wider variety of Pokemon. Red has more Pokemon. Ash trains all of his Pokemon. It basically keeps going back and forth like this because they both have a lot of accomplishments. But if the two were to battle, I'd probably think that Red would win. Don't get me wrong, it would probably be a close battle, but Red basically has brute force on his side, which is kind of essential in Pokemon battles. He's got a good mix of typings, Pokemon in general, and has great movesets for most of his Pokemon. On the other hand, Ash has far less leveled Pokemon than Red, however, he has better battling strategies. He uses the stadiums to his advantage and usually wins against gym leaders utilizing this. He also most likely has more experience under his belt because he's been out for longer apparently. However, since he only beat the Orange Islands League, I don't really think he'd be able to defeat Red. Not much could really be said about Red, he's basically just a trainer with a bunch of strong Pokemon. Even using all of his strategies, Ash would probably struggle beating Red because of the gigantic gap in the level differences for their Pokemon. However, the levels of Ash's Pokemon are really just my theory, and they might even be higher. So what do you think? Do you agree with me that Red would win, or do you think Ash would win instead? Please leave a comment down below telling me what you think and who would win. You could also subscribe to see videos like this twice a week. Regardless, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.